You're back with Leadership Development. My name is John, and we are still talking about disciplines of leadership. Today's topic, communication. The effective leader takes time to communicate. Now, several videos back, we talked about how important it is to listen, and that really it's got to come first when it comes to communication. But communication is also very important. And so there's a couple of things that I believe we can be disciplined about in order to be effective communicators. The first thing is that we need to want to communicate. I have been a part of organizations where it just seemed like communication was really low on their list of priorities. They knew what was going on at the upper levels of the organization, and leadership had an idea, but communicating that to the team, it never made a very high level of priority. Dave Ramsey likes to say that if you don't communicate with your team, they're going to assume the worst. They're going to fill in the blanks with the worst case scenario. And of course, that destroys morale and it can turn into mutiny. And there's all sorts of problems with that. So we have to want to communicate first. And once we want to communicate, then we need to ask a couple of questions. Number one, what can be communicated? There will always be small things that you can't share, whether that's because of shareholder interest or whether that's because we don't have all the details. But what can you share? Not what do I want to share, not what do I need to share. What can I share? And start from there, because what you can share is probably what you should share. Once we have said I want to, we've asked what can I share, then we need to say how can I share it? And this is where I think a lot of organizations also go wrong, because they love the infamous memo. I don't care how long you've been a leader. When's the last time you actually read a memo top to bottom? Nobody does. And if you aren't reading your memos top to bottom, I guarantee that your team isn't. There are so many ways to communicate, whether that is a luncheon or whether that is a short video. Just get away from the old methods that nobody uses simply because that's the way you've always done it in the past. Additionally, speak the language of the listeners. When it comes time for a leader to communicate, so often we do it with our own jargon, our own preconceived ideas about what it means to communicate, and our people are lost. They haven't been in all the meetings that we've been in. They don't know all the people that we know. And it's very important that we communicate it in a way that is relatable to the individual that is listening. Communication, vital subject, important discipline in the life of a leader. You want to be a great leader? Become a great communicator. That's all for this time. Thank you so much for joining us. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share our content, and let's work together to change the world.